Welcome to In the Mix's Thanksgiving Day episode. I'm your host, Gina Jordan, coming at you from Midtown Manhattan, Delmonico's Kitchen, and coming up on this festive episode.
It's good to be back in the mix.
Happy Thanksgiving, America.
Pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Pumpkin pie for breakfast. It's ITM's Turkey Day celebration, coming at you from Midtown Manhattan, dishing out a star-studded episode stuffed with movies you're gonna wanna watch, starring Bryan Greenberg and Emmanuelle Chriqui, plus Sopranos star Steve Schirripa opens up about the sudden death of his dear friend, Sopranos co-star James Gandolfini. And ITM talks to Entourage star Kevin Connolly about his latest project behind the camera. Plus, ITM gets cozy with Academy Award nominee Helena Bonham Carter, who reveals the how and why she decided to portray the late, great Elizabeth Taylor on screen.
She had a mole, but I put the mole deliberately on the wrong side.
That's all coming up right now. You are in the moment. You are in the mix. I'm standing here in the mix with Chris Rock.
I'm Larry King, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Kelly Ripa, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Matt Lauer, and you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Kathy Lee. And I'm Hoda. And you're watching In the Mix.
I'm Steve Carell, and you're watching In the Mix.
That's Nick Cannon, and I'm in the mix.
In the Mix.
Welcome, happy Thanksgiving from In the Mix and your host, Gina Jordan. That's me, wishing you a festive turkey day surrounded by your loved ones and the perfect stuffing. Now, In the Mix this Thanksgiving holiday is coming at you from Midtown Manhattan at Delmonico's Kitchen on 36th Street and 7th Avenue, where they're actually open today for the holiday. Now, everybody in the kitchen, as you can see, is hard at work cooking up a wonderful holiday dinner. Now, right here next to me to tell us what's going to be on the menu tonight is Delmonico's top chef, Chef Billy. Let's welcome Chef Billy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Now, Chef Billy, who's been up, I think, since 5 o'clock this morning.
Absolutely. Getting ready. A lot of turkey today.
So Delmonico's has a very special prefix that everybody can come and enjoy. So the prefix dinner on Thanksgiving Day, will you walk us through a little bit, some of the specialty dishes?
Sure. Obviously, we have the turkey. With the sausage stuffing, it's a recipe that my grandmother used to make.
May I?
Absolutely.
I know it's early, but I can't. Do you see I'm trying any excuse in the book just to take a bite of something? All right, ready? So this is, what's Grandma's name?
Grace.
Grandma Grace. So yeah. Grandma Grace, this is for you. It's great, really good. When it comes to dessert on Thanksgiving Day, what is the traditional desserts that you guys are going to be serving?
Well, we have the pumpkin pie. Everybody loves pumpkin pie. I think that's probably the only time I eat pumpkin pie is Thanksgiving.
Shall we taste a little bit of the pumpkin pie?
Sure. Pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Pumpkin pie for breakfast. Look, what better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than a little pumpkin pie for breakfast? So, I'm down. I don't have a problem with that. There we go. I love Thanksgiving. It's really good. It's excellent. So the 3-course prefix meal is $65 a person, and the children's menu is $19.95?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's a great deal. It's all about family and good friends, so hopefully you make it fun. Thanksgiving is supposed to be fun, and if all else fails, come down to Delmonico's.
That's it.
And celebrate with us tonight. Celebrate within the mix. Well, thank you so much, Chef Billy, for being here today. A little round of applause, guys. Thank you, Chef Billy. We appreciate you coming down. Now it's time to get down to business. In the Mix has a star-studded holiday episode for you today, featuring several up-and-coming films you're going to want to watch. Here we are in the hub of the 21st Annual Hamptons International Film Festival, Main Street in East Hampton, Long Island, New York. You know, as you can see, hundreds of people are lining up to catch films you're going to want to watch. So I am standing here with actor extraordinaire Brian Greenberg. And Brian, you're in the mix right now. That's the name of the show.
Yes, the mix.
You've been in the mix before.
Yeah, it's good to be back in the mix.
At the time, you were promoting one of your series on HBO.
Yes, How to Make It in America, right.
We joked around. I think I gave you some gift. You gave me like some HBO pillows. Oh, I got the HBO. Thank you so much. I don't really have something for you here. Take the mic.
Take the mic. Thank you.
So today, I wanted to give you a little gift. Like, we can't leave without a little. A little pumpkin gift. Do you remember the term that I coined when we did the interview? Was it HBO?
Jewish something.
You, Brian Greenberg, are Jewish girl crack.
Jewish girl crack.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jewish girl crack, Brian Greenberg.
That's what it was. I used to look at it like it represented everything I wanted, but I couldn't have. I feel like I got a shot.
How did it feel for you when that series went away? Because I know that was a project for you were really attached to.
I was bummed. I fell in love with that character and that story. You know, I can't walk down New York without 10 people stopping me and telling me how much they love that show. And I'm just thankful we got 2 seasons and it made an impact on a lot of people. And I still get so much love for that show, and it's got a fond place in my heart. And I know a lot of the fans. So I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to even, you know, play that part and be a part of something that cool.
But now you have this fantastic new film. Please give us a little premise of what this film's about.
A Short History of Decay. It's a long title.
Mouthful.
But it's about, I play like a struggling writer who lives in Brooklyn, kind of like a hipster guy, and his girlfriend breaks up with him, and at the same time, his father has a stroke, so he goes back to Florida to visit his mother who has Alzheimer's and his dad who just had a stroke, and he's living with his parents, and he's just trying to figure out what he does with his life. And it's that delicate moment of like watching your parents sort of slip away, and but he does it, the writer-director Michael Marin does it in a very light comedic tone, which makes it accessible and fun, is if you can do that. Make Alzheimer's fun.
Did I tell you Erica called?
She called again?
Again? Yeah, I talked to her.
No, well, you said she called a couple of days ago. I just want to make sure, did she call once or twice?
I'm not sure. Once. Yes, once.
Huh. It's a really beautiful movie. I'm proud of it. We shot it in Wilmington, North Carolina about a year ago, and I'm happy to be at the Hampton Film Festival because I know this festival is growing, and I think it's a very New York audience that will see this movie, so it's a good place to be.
You also have another film that, Flock of Dudes?
Oh, yeah. Did a comedy this summer called Flock of Dudes. I've never done a broad comedy like that with a bunch of stand-up comedians, so that's we'll see what happens with that. I mean, either I don't know if they're gonna do the Sundance or what they're gonna do with it. We just wrapped that, and then I'm about to, next week I'm going to Europe to shoot the Lance Armstrong story, which I'm excited about. Stephen Frears directing that. Ben Foster is playing Lance Armstrong. I get to play cyclist, which I'm excited about because it's a big thing for me.
So I hear that you have a new woman in your life. Since the last time we saw you, you are in a relationship with this lovely lady over here who is gorgeous, Jamie Chung. He's dressing pretty cool. Did you have something to do with these shoes today?
Got me blushing, man.
So I hear that you're a training buddy. Is this true? She's training for a marathon, and potentially you're training as well. Is that true?
I'm training for this movie.
You're training for the movie, the Lance Armstrong movie. Yeah. Got it. All right. We got it. Look how he's blushing. Yeah. But you guys make a beautiful couple.
It's got nothing to do with Gustavo. I've met someone.
I am in the mix with Emmanuelle Chriqui. So how did you get involved in this project?
It was just such a warm and sweet sort of script that I felt it's necessary to be made, you know, hopefully people will see it. And then Brian is a very dear friend of mine for years, and I know that he had the offer, and so we were sort of talking, we were like, let's do this, right?
What are you doing? You're young and healthy, and instead of living your life, you're worrying about some disease you might get when you're 80.
Basically, Brian's character and mine, we've been dating for a long time, and they're in a rut. And my character's very ambitious, and, you know, she's working in this job, but she really wants to be a published novelist, and she just gets to this point where she's done. It's a very sweet film. I hope that people will get to see it. It's a heart-based movie that I think a lot of people will relate to. I think everybody relates to their parents getting older and what that's like and dealing with sickness.
What's up and coming for you?
I just had a web series that I produced and starred in on Sony Crackle. So it's called Cleaners, and it's been up for a week.
Tyler is worth more to them alive than dead. We'll help you get him back.
This isn't our problem anymore, remember?
I'm right here.
I play a female assassin, and it's Emily Osment, myself, Gina Gershon, David Arquette, Clifton Collins Jr. It's a total badass, fun action piece. So it's up right now. So hopefully people will go to crackle.com and watch it.
It sounds kind of like a Funny or Die type of thing.
It's actually like 6 22-minute episodes, and we shot it like a film, like a TV show, just that it's online, you know, which kind of seems to be the wave of the future a little bit.
Don't leave me hanging. Wow.
Still to come, more movies you're gonna wanna watch with Steve Schirripa, Kevin Connolly, and Helena Bonham Carter. Don't move, In the Mix will be right back.
In the mix.
Just point.
With nowhere to
Just draw.
to turn.
Just share.
You saw me
as you naturally would.
and showed me
Just point.
how much I still
Just draw.
have to learn.
Just share.
And the odds
Smart. Inspired by you. LG Cinema 3D Smart TV.
This episode of In the Mix is presented by LG. Life's good. Catering for this episode of In the Mix is provided by Delmonico's Kitchen, located at 207 West 36th Street and 7th Avenue in New York City.
In the mix.
Welcome back to In the Mix, celebrating the Thanksgiving holiday with you. I'm your host, Gina Jordan, here in Midtown Manhattan at Delmonico's Kitchen. Now, they're serving up a 5-star traditional holiday meal today. You can come on down and enjoy a 3-course meal, $65 per person, $19.95 for kids, and it's a 3-course meal fit for a king. Next up, we've got more movies you're gonna wanna watch, straight from the Hamptons International Film Festival. Mix with Steve Schirripa. Steve, I'm a huge fan of yours. I think that you're a fantastic actor.
I wasn't the guy on The Sopranos. I'm a little smarter than him, hopefully. What on? 800 rounds per. He chromed out the inner carrier. And what I like, it's got the panther fluted barrel. Is this how you bag that deer? I wouldn't use a firearm like this on a deer. It's unsportsmanlike.
Jim Gandolfini, you actually had scenes with.
He's one of my closest friends.
Really?
Great guy. We did a movie based on one of my books, Nicky Deuce, and he was in it. And his movie's out, Enough Said, which is a great movie.
It looks star-like. Can't wait to see that film.
Really funny. That's the closest thing to what Jim was like in real life, you know, if you want. It was a good guy, really good guy, a lot of fun. It's very sad, but Enough Said's a great movie.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, did I get the day wrong?
No. Why?
Because you're wearing your pajamas?
It's Sunday. I'd like to be comfortable.
Oh, good.
Have you been keeping in touch with him all these years after shooting Sopranos?
Yeah. Well, he just did my movie. We were together in May. I saw him May 20th for the last time.
Wow.
No, we're very close friends. A lot of us from the show, we see each other all the time still.
Well, then I'm sorry.
We haven't lost touch. See just about everybody, yeah.
I'm sorry that it's such a public passing. He was so beloved. He had so many fans.
Yeah, he was a good guy, really good guy, very generous, good guy. And nothing like Tony Soprano in real life. Really, really nice guy.
Life is just so short. It really is.
I mean, that was a guy that you would have never thought.
No, you wouldn't.
He was a big, strong guy and a good guy, a family guy. Sad.
I'm sorry that you lost your friend.
Yeah.
Pay hospital $100.
What are you doing? It goes in the bank.
We play the free parking rule.
What free parking rule?
Money from community chest and chance goes into the middle. Whoever lands on free parking gets the money.
You show me that in the rules.
Well, we're here to talk about an upcoming film that you have, obviously a film that you have here at the festival. Tell us.
Yeah, it's called A Poet Long Ago. Pete Hamill, great legendary New York writer, wrote for the News, the Post, has been around, written many, many books, and Pete wrote it based on a true story. There was a poet, a guy named Sonny, Italian family. His father didn't understand. He was a young kid, got his poems published. And he was a big influence on Pete Hamill in real life. And many years later, 40 years later, they ran into each other. And they went to a diner and they talked, and you see how their lives have differed. I was a kid, Christ. I got this thing like a gift. And how come God gave me this thing? So stupid.
What other projects do you have up and coming right now?
I just finished The Jersey Boys, or Clint Eastwood. It's based on the Jersey Boy musical. I had a little role in that.
What was it like? Were you directed by Clint Eastwood?
Yes, he's great. He doesn't yell action. He doesn't yell cut. He's a real pleasure to work with. He called and I did this and it was great. And I have a show on Investigation Discovery called Calm as a Bitch that I created we're going into the second season.
How did you come up with that concept?
You know, I wanted to do a show about revenge, and this is kind of like that. What goes around comes around. I'm a big believer in that. You do wrong, something's going to come back to you. So we did 6 episodes, now we're doing 8. The show is a lot of fun. We shoot it up in Toronto, and it's good. We got some really good stories for this upcoming season. There are some people that never learn. What goes around comes around.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you,
Nice
sir.
to meet
Thank
you.
you so much for your time. Still to come, it's more movies you're gonna want to watch, starring Kevin Connolly and Helena Bonham Carter. Plus, we reveal our big holiday traditions contest where you can win big with LG. Don't move. In the Mix, I'll be right back.
In the mix.
Just point.
With nowhere to love
Just move.
to turn.
Just share.
You saw me
As you naturally would.
and showed me
Just point.
how much I still
Just move.
have to learn.
Just share.
And the odds
Smart. Inspired by you. LG Cinema 3D Smart TV.
This episode of In the Mix is presented by LG. Life's good.
In the mix.
Welcome back to this star-studded Thanksgiving Day celebration here at Delmonico's Kitchen in Midtown Manhattan, 36th Street and 7th Avenue. I'm your host, Gina Jordan, bringing you some movies you're going to want to watch this upcoming season. Up next is an intriguing look into a documentary film entitled Big Shot. Now, it's where a hockey scandal rocked Long Island, and it was directed by Long Island native Kevin Connolly. All right, I'm sitting here in the mix with Kevin Connolly, who is a Long Islander, by the way. Right now, we're at the Hamptons International Film Festival, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You made it into the Hamptons Film Festival.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been here before.
Are you an LA guy now? Are you fully
Yes.
out in LA? You deserted Long Island?
Correct.
Oh, God. But do you love it?
Back. I do.
Yeah.
I do. That's just where I live now. That's my
Oh,
Although I like
man,
coming
we
back
lost
here.
another
It's a great
one.
time to be back. Most perfect time of the year on Long Island right now.
It really is perfect. You're being honored the fact that the film is chosen to be in the festival, right?
it's
So
Long
congratulations.
Island. It's about Long Island, so it's paying homage to Long Island.
He fooled lots and lots of people.
He toyed with us on so many levels. It was all his attempt to be a big shot.
Tell us a little bit about Big Shot.
It's a Long Island-based story, and it's about the New York Islanders, and it's about a guy that purchased the team under
Crazy story.
false pretenses.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of like a catch me if you can for sports teams.
John Spano's failed attempt to buy the New York Islanders spiraled into federal court today, where the 33-year-old businessman was arraigned on fraud charges on Long Island.
I interviewed the guy John Spano, the guy in question, so I went on camera for that interview. You remember giving the excuse about the IRA bombing?
I do not remember that one at all. What's more important, did they believe it?
What made you want to partake in this project?
I didn't come up with the concept.
Not at all.
A producer, a friend of mine.
And they all just presented it to you?
Yeah, because they knew that I was the Islander expert. Because I grew up on Long Island, I just grew up a huge Islander fan.
Were you a hockey player yourself?
Yeah. Well, I was just not anymore, obviously. I'm 600 years old, but at one time I was.
Here you are, end product. Your whole family's about to meet you to
yes.
screen the film, which is very exciting. They're going to take loads of photos.
And my nieces are going to be there. They're young, and this will be the first time they'll get to see anything that I've done.
They're cool, uncle.
Yeah.
First of all, you're already cool. You're on Entourage on HBO. So.
That they don't watch. They're too young
small.
to be watching.
But at least they know that you're on an HBO series.
They know something's up. Yeah, I'm excited. Because obviously I grew up here, so about soon, in about an hour, I'm going to meet like 20 family members, aunts, uncles, cousins. I have a bunch of people coming.
Really? And they're all coming?
Yeah, they're all
that's
coming.
fantastic. That's right. Your screening's coming up tonight. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the
Great
best.
talking to you.
We're here to announce our next production, starring Miss Elizabeth Taylor and Mr. Richard Burton.
We're in the mix and sitting here with Helena Bonham Carter. You're one of my favorite actresses. You are, it's not a thank you, you're so incredibly talented in every single role that you take on.
I hate you and I loathe you.
Burton and Taylor, and you're starring in a film. It's produced by BBC, is that correct?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do it?
I had to do it because the screenplay. It wasn't because I had to play Elizabeth Taylor. I felt like, I don't look like her. This is not a good idea. But the screenplay is so beautiful.
I hope I didn't hurt
fortitude in her regiment.
This is interesting. You're playing a name that people already have an indelible image in their head of what this woman's like, right?
Yeah. No, and it's a stupid thing to do. That's what my mother said. She said, "Are you completely crazy? I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole." She said, "This is a screen icon. You're going to tread on it, trample on everyone's dreams, and there's just no way happy ending out of this." I said, "I know, but I'm still going to have to do it."
How did they get you to do a project like that?
Oh, but it was no money, so I didn't do it for the money. It's kind of ironic because we were playing the wealthiest couple. I'm luckily enough I can afford not to do things for the money, which is a good position to be in.
That's fantastic.
So, but
well, you've earned it. You worked hard. That's how you get there.
Well, then you go and do something for the money, and which I can't remember which one, but anyway.
Was Les Mis, perhaps?
No, I won't do.
Which
Lone
you were
Ranger
phenomenal.
was fun. Lone Ranger was great fun.
But Johnny Depp was not happy about the Lone Ranger project. I mean,
he loved the Lone Ranger project. He wasn't happy with the reception. I think.
I know, which is sad because we love Johnny Depp. He's such an amazing actor, and I thought it was an
he did a good job. I loved the film. I just thought, what's wrong with them?
Screw all of you, okay? So let's talk
we
about.
Just try our best. That's the thing.
Want to touch? Now if you favor your hand.
So Byrne and Taylor, so you took the film, you weren't paid for it,
So it
but you
wasn't
took it.
paid for it. Yeah, no,
Your
no.
mom thought you were crazy.
Yeah, she was. She's taken it back now. I did lots of research. Obviously, there's a lot of material. In fact, that was you had to sort of sift through. And I had a good friend, one of my close friends was a goddaughter, so just before I did it, I said, "What do you think, Lil?"
I do that too. It's like an instant focus group. I get the people that I trust their opinions.
She was definitely in a position to tell me, and she said, "Oh, she would have found it hilarious, don't worry."
Oh, good.
And then I also went to an astrologer who's a friend of mine, and I said, "Well, can you give me a quick distillation of her character?" And funny enough, they often use Elizabeth Taylor's birth chart as a trait when they're training young astrologers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she knew her back to front, and she was incredibly perceptive about her, more perceptive than 7,000 biographies that I read. And I had my aunt who's a graphologist, so she did her handwriting. So I had all these different perspectives, and my job was like, basically, she was such a great character and had so many different facets. She was as sensational on the inside as she was outside. So I just collected all these colors and and then just tried to shove it all in there.
Richard, it's my birthday. I get what I want.
You get what you want anyway.
I can't wait to see it because a lot of the characters of Les Mis, a lot of the characters you play are sort of the dark character.
Baddies. I've done too many baddies lately. Yeah.
But I think it'll be interesting to see you as Elizabeth Taylor. For you, what was the makeup job like on a daily basis shooting the film?
Well, because we didn't have any time, one thing I said was, because before it, I said, even though we don't have any money, you have to get the best hair and makeup people, because this could go wrong so easily, and I could look like a man in drag. But it's all too much of everything, and she'd love too much of everything. But if you're not her, I could look like a very North London Jewish mother from St. John's Wood. It's all and because we didn't have the money to make real diamonds, it could look cheap. So so anyway, I had the best hair and makeup people, and it was just trying to find like a signature silhouette, or it's just like a sketch. Like she had a mole, but I put the mole deliberately on the wrong side, because I said I don't want this to be trying to be a documentary. This is to do with a collage of her.
What do you like to do with your family for the holiday?
Well, you have Thanksgiving, don't you?
We do. It's an American holiday, yes.
I was going to say that you eat turkey at least twice a year.
Yes.
I love turkey. I always think Christmas dinner we should eat more often. And in fact, Elizabeth loved turkey. She was filming in Rome at one point, and they're keeping Thanksgiving quiet because they thought, we're going to get a turkey in Rome. And then she realized, and then she made her assistant cook the whole thing.
I love that. That's a great story.
But then she ate so much, then she was in a coma for days.
You really get into the character to the point from energy to spiritually.
Oh yeah, anything.
Anything.
Well, particularly when it's the famous woman in the world, you've got to do as much. There's never going to be enough information.
In my book, you're one of the most famous women in the world, and it was a pleasure to meet you here today. Absolutely, and you bring so much to this little town. So
thank
it's
you. I
so
love
great
this
to
little
spend some
town.
time and meet you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Why not? Thank you. In the Mix, had such a great time hanging out with Helena Bonham Carter. She is a seriously talented actress, and there's so many fantastic films up and coming that you're going to want to watch this season. Now, before we end this In the Mix episode, we want to bring to you a huge holiday contest that's premiering right here on In the Mix with LG, where you can win big this season. Watch this. Tune into In the Mix on WeTV and win big Thursday, December 26th at 7:30 a.m. Watch some of your favorite celebrities reveal their own holiday traditions this season.
It's a tradition that me and my Nana make together.
You eat turkey at least twice a year. Stockings, that's the first thing. Open the stockings.
Now it's your turn to win big and carry on your favorite holiday traditions with a little help from your friends at In the Mix and LG. Tell In the Mix why you need to win big this season to carry on your holiday traditions. Enter ITM's Carry On contest online to win a brand new LG French door refrigerator, an LG 47-inch 3D Smart TV, or an LG G2 smartphone. Go to InTheMixShow.com to enter ITM's Carry On Holiday Traditions contest with LG. Submit your entries by December 15th, then tune in to ITM Thursday, December 26th at 7:30 a.m. on WeTV to find out if you're a grand prize winner. How awesome is that, folks? You can carry on your holiday traditions this season and win some fantastic prizes thanks to LG and this guy right next to me. That's the Senior VP of LG, James Fischler. Give it up for James, guys. James, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me here today.
The Carry On promotion would not be happening without LG and, of course, you. So thanks so much to James for making that happen. First of all, what are you doing for Thanksgiving tonight?
Well, Raiders, Cowboys later, of course, everybody knows that. Spend time with the family and then have a great meal.
Fantastic, a great meal. So I am so excited about the holiday traditions. So people can actually give us a little video of their holiday traditions. Let us know what inspires them throughout the holiday season. People are going to be sending in those videos. We're going to be checking out those videos and then taking a few grand prize winners. So there's 3 grand prize winners will actually be able to win 3 different LG prizes. Let's go right down to business and talk about it.
Sounds great.
Our first prize in this package is the LG G2 phone.
Right, LG G2 phone, an amazing device. Great for the holidays, great to capture video and make memories over the holidays, and great as a gift as well.
What I love about the G2 phone is it has that on the back is the on and off button, right?
Right, the on, off, and the control. Those are the only keys on the entire device. Your fingers are on the back of the phone naturally, so why not give them something to do while they're there? Knock on, knock off to turn it on or off, so you don't have to press a button to turn it on.
Fantastic. And what's the retail value of these phones right now?
$199 at most carriers.
So that's a nice gift. $199 at most carriers. So that's one of our grand prize gifts in the Carry On Holiday Traditions package. Our next prize in the Carry On contest is what, James?
It's a 47-inch 3D Smart TV, the latest and greatest that we have to offer. Some really cool features. You can even speak to the remote control and tell it what channel you want to watch. It'll check the oven, make sure the turkey's ready, you know,
Nice.
whatever you need to do later in the day.
One of my favorite parts about the Carry On contest is our grand prize, which is a door-in-door refrigerator. Incredible. Tell us about it.
It's 31 cubic foot, which means it's the largest in our line of refrigerators. It'll hold everything you need to make a great Thanksgiving meal. But it also has a unique design. It has something called door-in-door. It's got a little door on the right-hand side where you keep your condiments or most commonly used items. Makes it convenient to get to those items, but it's also energy efficient. A little door lets out less cold air than a big door, so it makes it energy efficient and green. It's a great, great product, and amazing that you're giving one away.
Let's be honest that this contest wouldn't be happening without LG. What's the retail price of the refrigerator?
That refrigerator is $34.99.
Wow, that's incredible. So the Celebrity Holiday Traditions Carry On contest has 3 major prizes. We've got the G2 phone, we've got a fantastic LG monitor, and the door-in-door refrigerator. So all fantastic prizes. Now you can log on to InTheMixShow.com to find out more about the contest and how you can participate and enter. We're always happy when you're on set with us, James, and thanks so much for making our Carry On contest happen. So guys, log on to InTheMixShow.com for our Carry On contest, and a very special thanks to James for being here today on Thanksgiving. Thanks so much, James. Give it up. Yeah.
Thanks, Dina.
Well, that's going to do it for In the Mix's Thanksgiving Day Holiday Special. Now, if you and your family are looking for a place to celebrate the holiday today, come on down to Delmonico's Kitchen. Now, I want to give a very special thanks to Chef Billy and Dennis for putting together such a fantastic spread. And from everybody here at In the Mix, we wish you and your family a very healthy and happy Thanksgiving Day. We look forward to seeing you next time in the Mix. This week's ITM Celebrity Selfie Shot is brought to you by LG. Life's good.
I'm doing a selfie with Helena.
Put it around. Okay.
You're good at this. You have young kids, so you know.
I do, exactly.